Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today you have a live talk because there's no one here. So we're going to use some paper rose things. I'm yet to have play with this. This is the Paper Rose Tulips 3D embossing folder, and there's all the information there if you wish. So it's a little bit thicker, but what we're going to do, because I just want to let it shine through basically. So we're going to use some mustard seed, some wild honey, some ripe persimmon, and do a little bit of ink blending, and then we'll run it through. And then I have the Paper Rose thank you, and it has a shadow. And what I've done already, because who knows when the boys will get home, I have die cut. It's still wet, so you'll have to forgive it. It's a little bit shiny. I've die cut 3. Can you see that? Die cut 3 of the white and 3 of the for the thank you and for the U, and mounted up on just one black. So he's going to stand out pretty. I don't know. We'll just see where we place it. We'll figure that out when we go. So I've already done that to try and save some time. So first things first, we're going to do some ink blending. What shall we do? I think I want to go orange down the bottom. So our ripe persimmon. Let's move those up. You don't need to see those. Get you off. That's the only problem with this mat. It holds it really good, and that sometimes is a problem. So starting off, and I've got it at an angle, and it's pretty juicy. That's the benefit. We still end up with these a bit of lines and everything else, but because it's oxide, it's still going to blend, because I'm a little bit heavy-handed in my blending. I need a scrap piece of paper. I have one. That's too big. There's one here. There, that will do. So just going back and forth. I'm going to use some ripe persimmon. I'm trying not to go over this because I don't particularly want to contaminate it. No, what is this? That was ripe persimmon. This is wild honey. So I have the luxury of half a day off anyway today. So my son's not going to be happy when he gets home. I happened to get into his room today. Oh my gosh, teenage boys. Is it just me, or are they just totally foreign creatures? Love him to death, but the amount of rubbish that came out of that room is phenomenal. So we're going back and forth a little bit just to have that smooth blend a little bit again around the edges. What I'm going to do is get a baby wipe, and we're just going to clean this mat up a little tiny bit, because I really want to twist it and turn it around and do the other side. So we'll just give it a little quick clean up. So our next colour is a mustard seed. Our little tool that is like not really much of a tool at all, frankly. I don't know, it does the job, doesn't it? So this is a bit brighter than the wild honey, and of course it's very much a yellow. Funny about that. Just going back and forth. I've left a little bit of a room, so try and do it a lot softer. So as I start off off the edge and at an angle sort of thing, not flat down, but at a bit of an angle. And then as you remove some of the colour, you can then go more flat, more flat. Go back in with the wild honey. Shall I do some splatter? Question, to splatter or not to splatter? Where did I put my cloth? So yeah, I thought I would just do a voiceover, not a voiceover today. Let's do a splatter. I'll grab some paper towel. Grab my water, which is just some, distress bottle. But I don't use it as distress, like the squirting thing. I just like to put a little bit in my hands and flick it. This will also probably we will cut that down a little bit as well. My dog's staring at me, probably talking. I was like, who are you talking to, Mum? Let me in. Just give it a couple minutes to soak in. Voila. Can't really see too much of the... I'm going to dry this, and he's stuck to my mat. I'm going to dry this and see whether some more of this comes up at the bottom. But as I said, I'm going to trim this down because this is a full card base. And we don't want that totally. So I'll be back in a sec and we'll dry it all off. Okay, I'm back. What I've also done is run it through the embossing folder. So I have a Big Shot and I have a magnetic platform. So what I did basically was run it through with the magnetic platform, which strictly speaking you don't generally do with embossing folders, but because this is a 3D, it's thicker and just one of the normal platforms. Okay, so one of like the B plates. But as I said, the magnetic platform is thicker, so you need to play around with what you use. Oh. So you've got a little bit of cracking, but that's not going to matter. Because what I'm going to do now is going to bring that out a little bit more. I'll be back in a sec. I forgot something. Okay, I'm back. So we've got this one of these. I've had this for many, many years. I don't really know where I got it from. But we're going to give it a rusty look, which you have to be careful because obviously there it was a bit much, but that's not going to matter. So just a little bit, just to make it a little bit more rusty. Okay, let's get rid of that because it's annoying me. I'll throw it in the bin. Not in the bin, like in its tub. So you see what we're going to have. That's big. So it gives it a roughed up look. That's okay. That's what I want. I don't care. And where it's a little bit too much, we're going to hide that, but it's just going to give it a nice little cool feel. Thank you. Just like that. Get my trimmer. So I like my card bases. My panels 14.4 by 10, but I think we're going to go a little bit narrower. I think we will go I think I'll just chop it all off this side. I think we'll go 14.1 by, take it off the bottom, I think. You could do a little bit here and a little bit there, of course, but for here, we're not going to worry too much. 14.1 by 9.7. Okay, so that will give me a nice little border. And that's going to hide where I got a little bit overzealous. So just make it your own. Don't restart things, just figure out ways around it. So let's stick that down. And then I might put, I'm still loving my, yeah, it's an old panel from something else. I am very much loving my clear drops at the moment. So we might put some of those on. Just make sure it's all straight. For those Aussie peeps that are here in Melbourne, did you go to the show? Did you head down to Picture the Page over the weekend? Did you see me? Because I was there. I was definitely there. I was there on Saturday working my little butt off, but it was good. It was all COVID permitted, compliant. There may have been a few hugs that were probably not as compliant, but geez, it was good. Just make sure my little thing is straight. I didn't buy all that much. I just posted a video before showing everyone what I bought. So I didn't buy too much, but yeah, it was mostly just really, really good to see everyone. As I stated in my haul video, I really want to frame this a little bit, which I've done a lot lately. Let's do big wide. You go through stages of doing lots of things, and then you forget about it, and then you do it all over again. So doodling on my things is what I am currently in. Now, I bought these online, but also Paper Rose also has these at the moment, little triangular containers to store your little bits. I'll be back, one sec. So I have 3mm and 5mm. I think we'll use the 5mm. I think next week's video we're going to do some colouring. Oops, way too much, but you know. Yeah, we're going to do some colouring. So I think, so if you like my channel for the colouring, it will be back very, very shortly. Okay, where are we going to place these? I don't think I want too many. I'll take that one off. I think that's it. I think we just want 3. All right, I have to squeeze with this hand, because if I don't squeeze with this hand, I just get the shakes. I'm not a shaky person, but it's just like squeezing it. Oopsies. So just trying to squeeze it, that's all. Trying to squeeze it and trying to hold it in the spot. I think that's it. So it's a quick and easy little card. There's a lot of black, so the doodle sort of brings in a bit more of that black. And it sort of hides a little bit of the embossing folder. It just sort of makes it like with the, it makes it look like a material-y type of thing, I reckon, rather than the tulips. But that's my card for today. I hope you like it. Relatively simple, quick. That's it. Like and subscribe. If you haven't already, hit the little bell. That will let you get notified whenever I upload a video. Sometimes I have videos all scheduled and then I get busy working. The next thing you know, I haven't posted over to groups. So if you hit the little bell, then you obviously get to know before I post it all up. That's my card. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.